This is Module 1, Case Problem 2, page 60 of your textbook. We begin by opening a file called Balance. Immediately do a File, Save As, save it right back in the folder where you found it, and call it Balance Sheet. In the documentation sheet, enter your name where it says Author and today's date in B4. And then move to the Balance Sheet worksheet. Step 3, set the font of the title, which is in cell A1, to 28 point. So click on A1 and then go to 28. Step 4, in A2, enter the text statement for March 2017. Step 5, set the widths of columns A and E to 30 characters. If you click on the A and control-click on the E, you can do them both at the same time and try to get close to 30 characters. It doesn't have to be exact. Columns B, C, F, and G are going to be 12 characters. And then column D set to a width of 4 characters. In step 6, we change the font of the text on row 4. And I'm just going to highlight all of it because there's nothing in between that's going to cause a problem. So we're going to set this text to 18 point. And then we're going to set the font of all of the headings for each category to 14. That's going to be current assets, and I'll hold down Control, current liabilities, long-term liabilities, long-term investment, tangible assets, stockholders' equity, intangible assets, total liabilities and equity, other assets, and total assets are all going to be 14 point. Enter the values shown in figure 1.45 in your textbook. That's on page 61. If you don't have the figures in already, you can pause the video until you have a chance to type those in. Scoot over so you can see where they belong. Turn the video back on when you're ready to do the calculations. So in step 9, we're going to enter a formula to calculate our total assets, total current assets. So click on C9 and type equal sum, open paren, and then highlight the 4 numbers that represent current assets, or B6 through B9. Your total is $271,000. Long-term assets only has one value, so we'll just say equal B12. In C17, this will be equal to the sum of all of your tangible assets, so highlight all 3 of them, or B15 through B17. Goodwill, there's only one, so we'll type equal B20. Other assets, only one, so we'll type equal B22. And then I'm going to scroll to the right, and we're going to do a similar thing here. Our total liabilities is going to be equal sum, and then add up the 4 numbers, F6 through F9. Long-term liabilities will sum up with an equal sum, and add these 2 numbers. Stockholders' equity is going to be an equal sum. We'll sum these 3 numbers, and now we're going to calculate our total assets, which we're going to sum up these numbers. So that's going to be equal sum, and then I'm just going to highlight where the numbers are, C9 through C22, and it turns out to be $651,000. Now in a balance sheet, our assets should equal our total liabilities and equity. So let's sum those. And they're equal, so we are in balance. This last figure, they want us to put that in 14 point. So I'll scroll up to 14. And then your total assets should be the same. A shortcut is just to press F4. F4 repeats the last format. They want the page layout to be landscape. So go to Page Layout, Orientation, Landscape. And then we can check in the Backstage view by clicking File, Print, to assure that it all prints on one page, which it does. You can see here it says 1 of 1. So we know there's not a second page. And then we'll close the print preview and save our file with a Control S, and this is the end of the video.